contains marvels beyond the dreams of ancient prophets.
Hi, back today and gonna finish off this game this game as Simon Bolivar, and we are just trying to get a conquest win here. Probably won't take too long to finish it off. Last night we finished off the Nubians, the Koreans, and the Spanish, and the only guy left is Scotland. We kind of went through and did this. We accidentally hit a culture win as well, which, you know, that's always fun. So now it's just these guys left. They're 3 cities and very backward science. I think I could kill them with a single unit if I had to, or even this barbarian camp might be able to wipe them out because they're not really all that strong. So kind of what I've been doing is, as I was wiping everything out, is just sort of like getting a whole bunch of railroad put in and trying to essentially just free up some tech. At this point here, you can kind of see on our technology tree, we've gone through and we're now just on future tech repeatables. It's not really going to do much for score since we already finished the game, but that's fine. And I've just kind of been rebasing units. There's a bomber that I made out here somewhere to bomb these guys. We made a couple of naval ships just because we could. And what I was really wanting to do is just run over these guys. I do have like the mechanized infantry and stuff, but I was really wanting to use my giant death robot that I made. Because what better way to wipe out a medieval era civilization than with a giant nuclear powered mech? So we'll be using this guy. Right here you can see we're just getting a few more great people as well. Here we're going to get these cosmetics. Doesn't really do much, but you know, we have all of these luxuries. I'm sure I've got a city somewhere that could use the amenities. Just kind of like building everything else out as we need to, because all of these cities kind of grew pretty slowly. Like even these core cities here like this are still only size 14 when we finish the game, and normally you'd have something that's closer to like 15 or 20. I could do St. Basil's Cathedral in this city. And it's got some tundra, but this was kind of the one I was hoping to put it in. Not that the game's going to get to that point. But what I am willing to do here instead is the research station. It needs to be adjacent to a campus and on snow hills. So maybe we won't be able to do it. It doesn't have a campus. Well, in that case, I do want to just like make a few wonders because I can. The theater's over here, so if I were to make a wonder, I'd want something that can go on like one of these tiles. Or maybe to just knock out the Sydney Opera House because I can. Yeah, I do want something on one of those tiles, but just based on what's available, I think I'm going to have to make it the Opera House. Up here, I think I'm just gonna, I don't really know if I want an art museum or archaeological museum. One of the problems is you run out of space for art museums, whereas archaeology, like you're just always guaranteed the exact amount you need as long as there's dig sites on the map. So I don't know. Why not? Art museum it is. Centers. And a lot of these are just kind of like newer cities or weaker cities and just doing whatever with them. I do have a quest to wipe out this barbarian camp. And while like I clearly don't need to because I have so many envoys on so many things, I'm going to do it just because. Might as well finish off the quest for the era. I'm actually going to drop a few envoys on these two. That way we can just kind of have them all at 10, or at least all close to 10. These guys aren't going to be able to do anything to my envoys at this point. And then these military engineers are just kind of going through and putting railroad. This whole like second continent doesn't really have a lot in the way of railroad, and we are gonna wipe everyone out before we get to the rest. Like, fully cover it, but whatever. We just kind of want to have what we can put in. It is kind of like an issue to remember which spots I railroaded and didn't earlier with like districts and stuff, because so much of it gets covered. We'll probably be able to manage. We get another engineer or another merchant, or is this a holdover? Okay, this is our cosmetics. So we're going to use this one and get those cosmetics. This engineer, I don't know what he's for. Oh, 2 appeal on tiles. Okay. I've been trying to go through and just burn great people because some of them were sitting around all game, not used. Others were. It was just time to use them. Like, we've got 2 admirals here. I think a couple of them weren't all that useful. This engineer who can make wonders is actually not too bad right now. He can only do 50% of a wonder. I think it's 1 gold equals 1 production. 2 gold is 1 production. So right now, 1 charge would be just shy of 1,500 production at max. So if I can find like a expensive wonder, like Broadway would be an expensive one, Biosphere would be another expensive one. I'm trying to see if there's anything in this city that I would actually want to make. Venetian Arsenal is 1, but we're not going to get much out of it for production. I think I'd rather just build it, to be honest. Maybe I make something else. Oh, Bogata's theater is covered. Maybe Humana here can do a wonder adjacent to this theater. Let's see what it can do. Broadway would be nice. I haven't seen many things that can go on the hill, so I'm going to see if it has any available. Looks like it doesn't, so I'm actually just going to... I think I'm going to use the engineer to rush Broadway. It looks like we've also set up Bolshoi Theater. What just happened? Broadway's there. And Bolshoi is no longer available. Maybe I'd put it on that same spot and like ground wasn't broken. Okay. I'm gonna send the engineer over there to rush it. Still continuing to just do like area by area for the engineers. And we have a whole bunch of them. I am going to need to get a few of them up here to deal with these flood barriers. They're getting produced pretty slowly, and I really don't want those flooded tiles to be lost. Now, it looks like it's going to happen really soon. So, I need to figure out like where I'm going to lose them. Like this one I definitely want to keep because, I mean, honey resource. And this one has like no chance at all of building its walls without the engineer. So I need to just start finding these engineers and actually just running them over here to rush these things. And it takes 5 charges to complete one. So if I could get 10 charges to be 2 of them. So if I could get 5 engineers over here, I could complete the 2 walls that actually matter. This wall doesn't matter for this flood raise. I'm trying to find one more engineer. This guy looks like an engineer. Actually, one more just to be safe. Alright. This guy looks like one. Just in case one of these that I picked had 1 charge. Let me be sure I have enough over there. I could actually start running carbon recapture projects with global warming mitigation. Fix that little display bug real quick. I'll have the project to do it, and basically just recaptures carbon and slows down global warming. But I'm not really too worried about it. Take more barbarian. I should probably be taking other tech types now that I think about it, because I think it's like, I don't remember if you need 3 different civilizations for the same era, or if it's 3 of the same one. I should probably figure that out so I can make better choices with which relics I bring in. I found this city, and then I guess I should probably buy this tile, but it's also just gonna, I should also probably accept that it's gonna be flooded. I don't really see how it doesn't get flooded here. I mean, I could buy tiles to cover coast. I guess if I find like another 3 engineers, I could save it. Might as well try, I suppose. This builder is not going to have a whole lot to do. Can't grab this fish. I guess I can buy this oil tile and hook that up right now.
Fetter this malefact.
A lot of volcanic ash from that volcano, it looks like. Unfortunately, all of the added food seems to be going to the tiles that I am not trying to farm for the moment. We grab the other government types, but I'm not going to use them, so it doesn't really matter. Instead, I probably just want to finish off these civic techs. Giant death robot upgrades, which are nice, I guess. These cultural hegemony policies are very strong if you're trying to go for either spies or rock bands as your strategy. In this case, though, it doesn't really look like any of these really help. The aerospace contractors, maybe, because it's 3 free power. But since I'm not really going to be using any of those, I'm just going to ignore it. We also can get essentially free power at this point by using these solar plant improvements. This helicopter was hanging back to heal. I'd like to max out its XP before the game ends. It needs to either kill 3 barbarians or 1 attack against a real civ. I don't think there's many barbarian camps left I can even get to. Like, there's this one and probably nothing else. So I'm likely going to have to, like, attack it into this cannon or something. This military engineer would be 7 turns away from the city. It's not too bad. I'm actually going to send him up. I'm trying to fix that flood wall. This engineer, let's see, Broadway, and then... Oh, Bolshoi was done in Cali. That's why it got kicked out of the queue. I see. Oh, it's twice my, or half my current treasury, so it can actually do an unlimited amount of production. I misread that. So at 4,800, it can actually fully complete it. So if I wait one more turn on this, I can just completely finish it. So I'm going to do that. That's quite a bit better than I was thinking it was. And this engineer is going to be going up here too, just because I might as well get that flood wall. And there was one more engineer up there already, it looks like. Because I was doing some railroad. So I'm just going to leave that one, do the final charge. And then between all of these cities, I think I'm going to be sacrificing like eight military engineers, and I have 14 of them, so I mean, I'm going to be taking out, or losing almost all of my military engineers with this. So I will probably need to make a few more. Although, I mean, it does give, like, the coal here a little bit of a chance to come back, because we're actually on the verge here of running out of coal. A little bit more power and we do run out. I might like start doing oil power plants because of that. Or trying to be a little bit more aggressive with getting green energy in and saving some of my resources. Oh, this is an archaeologist, not a engineer. So I do need to figure out any other dig sites that are in areas that I want to improve, because it does prevent me from doing that. I can improve this, or remove the shipwreck. That might be okay. This guy's not max XP, unfortunately, but you can at least move here and get a little bit more experience. And he also has double attack, so he does at least generate 2 per turn. What's this guy do? Promotion level? I'm gonna use that. It also will let him generate XP even quicker. This combat strength is nice. I'm actually going to cross over right here, though, for the heal outside of friendly territory, because normally ships are a bit more limited in where they can heal. That's just a really nice one to have. Now, another volcanic eruption there. I'm going to double check future tech here, just to make sure I've gone through all the techs I could possibly get. It looks like I have. And as a repeatable here, it's 5% production, but only towards projects, which does count towards carbon recapture. Yeah, future tech is all I can do. Grab that great person. This one, the engineer here, Werner von Braun, is a really great one with that second charge, because each of them are going to be plus 100% to space race projects. Earlier I got the one that was 20%. So like I get this, and now I'm going to have a stacked 240% on them. So something like this would generate an extra 240% production, which basically instantly completes an entire project, and I think then some. There are a few more great people to get too, because we're still in the atomic era for a lot of these, which I think is mostly because other than Korea, who was getting a lot of scientists, no one else other than me was really getting a lot of great people this game. And then the science one got bottlenecked by the that really expensive one for like 2 full eras. We have crossed over too on the... No, never mind. We haven't crossed over yet to get to normal era. Quite a lot of points we still need to get just out of Dark Age. But then Golden Age is only 15 above that, which will be quick. All these wonders will give us whatever we need, though. There's an antiquity site here I'm gonna grab. And then this one is finishing this this wonder.
There's no business like show.
Instantly completing wonders is always nice. And then I think I might as well just instantly complete Oxford as well. It would be a little under, just under 4,000, so I could just finish it in 2 turns. So I'll put this guy over there and then just like wait 2 turns and complete it. Get more free score. Just gotta wipe out that camp. That should be the city-state quest. Yeah. And then it'll be fun to send this giant death robot against these guys. This is their original capital, so I'm going to save it for the final city, just because I kind of want to wipe everyone out. We own all the cities at that point. This one, a tank with promotion level, is basically the same thing as I get out of Victor, except it's a free oil to support it. So maybe we'll just make another tank. This guy, what can I do to attack him? Yeah, he can be a colonial war. We're just gonna walk over for that. I don't remember where my bomber is. I know I had it around here somewhere. Let's see. I have to... We could air attack. I think we're gonna have to rebase though. Well, let's rebase to here. I'm just gonna let the field cannon here farm some XP. It gets 2 attacks, and it should be getting... Yeah, it's getting a lot of XP per attack. This guy, same thing. I'm just gonna run him over here and attack. railroad up here. I can worry about Geneva later. Death Robot's gonna grab my builder. And this, the capital is being saved for last, so I'm just gonna shoot it right now. Basically, just let it heal afterwards. Kind of gotta, you know, show the city like how weak they are. So much time do we have on the 12 turns? We have time to put a railroad on the city. Same thing with this guy. Might as well get a little bit of work in on him as I can. Alright, so I still have a charge on that archaeologist. Should probably look at these great works and see if I can move anything else around. This is medieval, ancient. So ancient Simon, ancient barbarian. There's quite a lot of things here we can move around. I'm gonna wait though until these museums are full. It looks like I have one archaeologist running around for this one, and then I can move things, and then whichever one Madrid makes, I'll just let it grab some things too.
This lighthouse was the cynosure of all eyes.
I can put the holy site here. The volcano is going to just explode and ruin it eventually, though. Aerodromes out here are fine. Encampments out here are fine. So yeah, I might as well just make a +4 holy site. Why not? Yeah, because I can't do any wonders. I should probably like get the farms out here set up though. I don't really have a farm triangle, unfortunately, but I mean I do have some fish, which is pretty strong. And these will still be decent adjacencies if they're all farmed. Another museum. So we'll get the archaeologist up. I'm really short traders again. I wonder if a couple got pillaged. Oh no, okay, they're just not active, right? That's more explainable. I'm gonna set these to international routes and just grab whatever the most money is that will not be getting pillaged. And then set them on auto repeat. So I'm basically just trying to set things, honestly, nearby. It's a lot of gold, but I also just, I don't want to lose them. It's like this guy, even though he can go to these other ones. This water path isn't really safe, and barbarians can potentially like